I'm stunned. I'm speechless. What? Hello guys, welcome back to React. Have a wonderful day. Today we're going to be reacting to House of the Dragon Season 1 Episode 5. This episode is called We Light the Way. Last episode, Viserys finally removed Otto from his position. This man, Otto, he's an intriguing character. He reminds me of Tywin Lannister sometimes, but still they're completely different. While Otto may dresses like Tywin and has the same job, he's very distinct in how he accomplishes his goals. With Tywin, it was all rather straightforward politicking, lots of bland quid pro and direct instructions. But with Otto, it's all about emotional manipulation. Like, for instance, Tywin would have just told Cersei to get close to the king so they can marry. But like Otto instead brings up the loss of Alicent's mother and says she should comfort the king and stuff like that. He plays the part of friendly, trustful advisor to the king, but uses his position to undermine anyone else who would be Viserys' ally. So yeah, I'm really glad that Viserys finally, put things into perspective and took his daughter's advice. So I wonder who he's gonna name as the next hand of the king. For some reason I feel maybe it's Corlys, just to win him as an ally again. And since apparently Rhaenyra is going to marry his son, this is totally gonna please Corlys more, so maybe that. Anyway, we'll see. Anyway, without further ado, guys, let's dive into this reaction. Is that Daemon?
Husband?
Oh, his wife.
Have you at last come to consummate our marriage?
You never consummated the marriage?
The veiled sheep might be willing, even if I'm not.
Daemon, what the hell? She's prettier than most sheep, just saying.
Our sheep are prettier, after all? Or perhaps your brother has at last had his fill of your company. Cast you aside in favor of a little girl.
Girl? I don't know about you, but I sure as hell wouldn't be throwing shade at a dude whose family are known to produce monsters that ride dragons. By the way, does he suffer from sexual dysfunction? Because they keep bringing up how he can't finish the deed.
What will you do now? Will you strike the child down? Or...
Oh, he's here to kill you? Is she paralyzed? Oh my god.
I knew you couldn't finish.
Oh no, he is about to. Oh my god. Girl. Just so he could be free to remarry again? Daemon! He really wanted to be free of that marriage. And I guess in this universe, divorce is not a thing. Good call, I guess. He seems to not be self-centered. I thought it's gonna be Corlys for some reason.
I do not wish to see you go.
I wish to see him go.
Such is the king's decision.
A decision I most bitterly regret.
And yet you made it possible.
She swore her innocence, and I believed her.
You wanted to believe her.
If you had not been so relentless in advancing Aegon as heir.
Listen to me, daughter. The king will die. And if Rhaenyra succeeds him, war will follow. Do you understand? The realm will not accept her, And to secure her claim, she'll have to put your children to the sword. She'll have no choice. The time is coming, Alicent. Either you prepare Aegon to rule, or you cleave to Rhaenyra and pray for her mercy.
The thing is, Otto, you're the one who forced her in this position in the first place. She and her children are in danger because you push her down this path. You know, he's the one who I can see trying to kill Rhaenyra to make sure his grandson ends up on the throne. Though I think since this is his way of thinking, he might actually believe it, you know? Yes, he says that Rhaenyra taking the throne would come with its problems, and he's right about that. But since he's so manipulative and self-centered, for some reason I feel that he'd be trying to get his grandson on the throne, even if Rhaenyra was a guy. He's not the type of guy that will just stand by, just hypothetically here. If Rhaenyra was a guy and she is the rightful heir, the first male, you know, the firstborn male and everything, and his grandson was second in line, he would still make sure that his grandson ends up on the throne. Is this Driftmark? It is. No
Where
one
is Lord
is
Corlys?
here.
He should be here to receive the king.
The disrespect.
Welcome to High Tide, Your Grace.
What is the meaning of this, Lady Lena? Is this how House Velaryon greets its king?
My father has but just returned from his long journey,
She's
and he has
overwhelmed.
hastened to the Hall of Nine to await Your Grace's arrival.
The disrespect is real. Don't tell me Viserys came all the way here for a marriage proposal. Like, God, Viserys is desperate. Really desperate.
Your father was a good man.
As is yours, who took his place.
Oh.
You're perhaps in need of an ally?
I'm the queen. I have no shortage of allies.
Naturally. Princess Rhaenyra, for example.
State your purpose, my lord.
I did wonder if she could be relied upon now that she is unwell.
Unwell?
It's just that on the very same night your father was dismissed, the Grand Maester delivered a tea to the princess's chambers.
Tea.
Yes. I do hope she's not unwell.
Beware of this one.
See, I thought for Melos himself, that condition must be something very serious. What happiness it is to have been wrong.
This dude is giving me weird vibes. Like middle finger vibes. And he's sitting on a throne at that. Corlys, the disrespect is real. God.
Your Grace.
Oh. Oh my God. Finally.
Cousin!
Okay. Oh, he's so deteriorating. Oh God, that's so sad.
Lady Rhea's skill as both rider and hunter were well known.
Gods are cruel.
Indeed. Lady Rhea was a fine
It's
woman.
David was
and,
cool, not the gods.
Perhaps we can turn toward happier pursuits. I wish to propose a marriage between your son, Selena, and my daughter and heir, the Princess Rhaenyra. It's long past time our houses were united in blood. The last pillars of old Valyria.
Already united in blood, right?
There are certain
Rhaenys is
details I would
Targaryen.
wish clarified before the Princess Rhaenys and I could accept this most generous proposal.
Oh, he has conditions.
Can I presume that, in keeping with Westerosi tradition, their children would take their father's name?
You are not proposing the Targaryen dynasty end with my daughter simply because she's a woman. Upon their birth, Selena and Rhaenyra's children shall take their father's name, Velaryon.
Are you serious?
However, at such time when their firstborn ascends the Iron Throne, he or she will do so bearing the name Targaryen.
I'm not sure about that. they're gonna be Targaryens, they should be named Targaryens at birth. Why switch things up? It just complicates things, you know?
This is an equitable compromise.
I know this union is not what you would choose.
I hold nothing against your cousin.
Dare I say it is a matter of taste? I prefer roast duck to goose.
It's not for a lack of trying.
Oh, he's gay. Oh.
We perform our duty to our fathers and to the realm. And when it's done, each of us dines as we see fit.
Great analogy. I feel like this might be Damon's influence and he likes it too. The crab feeder's mask, and I was like, what was that?
Perhaps I overextended myself, pushed him too close to the edge.
Your cousin chose to sail into this tempest, husband.
Yeah, he's desperate too.
It's undignified of the king to drag himself here and beg for Laenor's hand.
Literally what happened.
Do they seem familiar?
They grew up together. Familiarity is not at issue. You know his true nature.
They know.
He's still young. He will outgrow it. The lords of the realm bent the knee to Rhaenyra and swore obeisance to her.
That was before there was a true-born prince named Aegon Targaryen. Rhaenyra's succession will be challenged.
The fact that he named him Aegon. Viserys, goddammit.
Selena is a good and decent man, but you did not choose him. He was chosen for you.
It's true.
If there were another path, one that led to freedom, would you tread it?
Are you asking for leave?
I'm asking you to come with me. From the burdens and indignities of your inheritance, let us leave it all behind and see the world together.
Oh, poor thing.
In Essos, you could marry me. A marriage for love, not for the crown.
She's a Targaryen. It's in their blood. I feel like though she might be deep down, you know, wishing for this life, but it's not in her blood to leave all this behind.
I am the crown, said Kristen.
Here you go.
Or I will be. It is my duty to marry a nobleman from a great house, and Selena will make a fine husband. Well, my marriage does not have to be the end. So Kristen, Laenor and I have an understanding. I've granted him leave to pursue his own interests, and in turn he's granted me the same.
Rhaenyra, this is not a game.
So you want me to be your whore?
I had a feeling he's gonna say that.
An oath of chastity. I've broken it. I've soiled my white cloak. It is the only thing I have to my name. I thought if we were married, I might be able to restore it.
Oh. So it was all about you and your need to preserve your ego? I feel like part of why he's mad is because he knows it's his own fault as well. Like, he wanted to be with Rhaenyra, but as Kingsguard he couldn't, yet he caved in. And this crazy plan of his is an attempt to both be with the woman he wants and also to restore what little honor remains. But honestly, there's no honor in asking her to give up everything to assuage his guilt. But you know, Rhaenyra is in the wrong too. Like, it wasn't okay for her to ask him like that, to be her mistress, given the fact that he is a member of the Kingsguard who places his honor above all else. It's understandable that he got mad after hearing her say that. And I feel like what pissed him off is not the rejection per se, but like this realization that he had compromised his honor for someone who more or less treated their relationship as a mere game. It wasn't very smart from Rhaenyra's part, but I do believe she means well for him, and she won't put him in a position where his life is in danger, not willingly anyway. But we know how it's like in castles, spies everywhere. Anyway, lesson of the day: don't date a Targaryen unless you're a Targaryen. She might think that he has some information about the matter.
The night of Daemon's return.
You have no idea.
There's been a rumour, or rather, my father received an accounting of a lapse of morals.
Poor thing, she can just say
it is
directly.
Of course unthinkable for me to question the virtue of the princess, whom I hold in highest regard, but breaches in resolve, breaches or rather lapses.
It happened, Your Grace. The sin you allude to, I have committed it. My oath has been broken. I have dishonored myself. I deserve no consideration. As a clement queen, you are inclined to pity. I would ask only this, that rather than gelding me and having me tortured, you would sentence me mercifully to death.
Thank you for your honesty, Sir Kristen.
You may go.
You may go.
Alicent, I hate to say that, but you didn't tell her that you were planning on becoming her stepmother. So can you, I don't know, cut her some slack or something? But I do understand that feeling of betrayal that she might be feeling right now. Though I think that she's also upset about the fact that Rhaenyra could get away with something like this and she can't. I can't say that because her believing Rhaenyra, her father was removed from being a hand, because it's all Rhaenyra. It was her condition to marry Gor's son. So I'm not sure why she thinks that because she believed Rhaenyra to be honest with her father has been dismissed. I don't know.
Will I be remembered as a good king, Lionel?
Oh, he knows his days are numbered.
What will they say of me when the histories are written? I have neither fought nor conquered, nor suffered any great defeat.
To be honest, after watching Game of Thrones and hearing about Targaryen kings, I thought, I don't know, he's gonna be different. But he's better than any king we saw in Game of Thrones. Let the man make his Lego castle in peace, like seriously.
Some might call that good fortune.
It hardly makes a good song, does it?
Is it not better to live in peace than to have songs sung after you are dead?
Perhaps. There is a part of me wishes I'd been tested.
I feel like he's being tested by the people who's close to him more than anything else. The problem with Viserys is that he wants to be a good father and a good man and also a good king. And unfortunately, it's hard to be all three and still play the game as a true Targaryen. All this is just making him miserable and full of regret. It's really hard to watch this man deteriorate slowly and painfully. Ooh, this is fancy. I love the outfits. I love the outfits.
Lord Corlys of House Velaryon, Lord of the Tides, Master of Driftmark, and his lady wife, Princess Rhaenys Targaryen, and their son and heir, Selena Velaryon, the future King Consort.
Look at this, I got goosebumps. What the hell? Powerhouse family. Powerhouse family. I'm with the Velaryons. I'm sorry, but I stand with the Velaryons.
My betrothed.
My betrothed.
What a freaking entrance, man. That soundtrack. Powerhouse family. thought you were exiled for the second time. Man steals every scene he's in, just saying. He looks good, by the way. Viserys once again let Daemon return from exile.
Tonight is only its beginning. We honor the crown's oldest and fiercest ally, House Velaryon.
Loving how this family is looking.
With House Targaryen and
Interrupted once again? What? Alicent? Love the dress. What's going on? Just because she's late?
The king will not be happy, right in the midst of his speech.
I mean, Daemon did it.
The beacon on the high tower. Do you know what color it glows when Old Town calls its banners to war?
Green.
Now I see what? Alicent!
Congratulations, stepdaughter. What a blessing this is for you.
I'm stunned. I'm speechless. What? Are you telling me with a single entrance and a dress, this woman declared civil war? And the look her house gave her, they know where she stands now? So, ladies and gentlemen, the Game of Thrones has just begun. Ooh, this is getting me excited. Oh my god, the way Alicent is looking at Rhaenyra. No way, he just figured everything out just by looking at him. Yeah, everyone can notice the change in Alicent.
I worried that, given leave of your father's shadow, you might wither in King's Landing's sun. But you stood tall.
Yeah.
Know that Old Town stands with you.
What was that? Oh, he was looking at... He's switching between Rhaenyra and Laena. Dude, Daemon, fix the target.
Has anybody ever told you you're nearly as pretty as your brother?
Oh, you flatter me, my prince.
The handsome parable.
Seriously?
Sir Kristen Cole.
Our sworn protector.
Look at him. The man is fully construct.
Yeah, he's making it so obvious, god damn it. There's so much going on right now.
She knows your secret. And now you know hers. You don't know me, Sir Kristen. But we are both deeply invested in this union.
Viserys is eating that chicken like his life is dependent on it. God, this is
But we should
too
swear to each other
straightforward.
to guard them and their secrets. Because if those are kept safe, then so are we all.
This is clearly a threat.
Leon's name. Of course, my prince.
Damn it! He's moving on to the next Velaryon blonde. Sure, Daemon, you're worried that she's gonna get bored. She's challenging him. But between you and me, deep down she wants him to do that. Oh my god, it's too much. Poor Viserys just trying to enjoy his chicken and his brother and daughter had to raise his blood pressure. God. Sure, Rhaenyra knows how to keep Daemon on his toes. Every time he thinks he has the upper hand, Rhaenyra turns the tables on him. Love that. In front of everyone, Daemon. Oh my god. What the hell is going on? Where's Daemon and Rhaenyra? What the hell? Sir Kristen? He's fighting with what? Are you mad? Who's that? He snapped. Who's this guy? Oh my god. Who's this guy? Oh my god.
We stand here tonight in thanks and praise to join two souls as one. Father.
How in earth did he got to walk free after that? Beating a knight to death in a royal wedding, in punching the future king concert. How in the hell did he got to walk free? And what they're marrying them now? Viserys must be like, no. We're not doing celebration. This needs to end now. Kristen Cole ain't a fairy tale white knight after all. Once again, weddings are basically the most dangerous and deadly events in Westeros. Why does anyone even bother to hold them? Seriously. But glad they kept up with this tradition, I guess? I don't know.
Hear now their vows.
I am yours, and you're mine. Whatever makes
It's horrible.
Rhaenyra of House Targaryen to be man and wife. One soul, now and forever.
What a sad wedding.
Sir Kristen.
Ooh, what an episode. I feel like this might be my favorite episode so far of the show. Wow. This whole wedding sequence was just chef's kiss. Like from start to finish, just awesome. The acting, the costume designs, the camera work, the different soundtracks. So good. Wow. I'm actually like, what? The show with full of subtle strokes of punch. I mean, like a simple walking scenes conveyed so much. With Alicent, with her wearing green, her subtle looks so that everyone understands that it's Alicent the queen who's walking, not just Viserys' wife. The stepdaughter phrase, that boldness, that pride in front of the mighty Targaryens and Velaryons. She was showing everyone without exception that she will play the game now. And her theme song, God, I love her theme song. Mysterious, ancient, dignified, but furious. Wow. And like, that wedding really was sad. Poor Laenor, right? His name is Laenor. And I love how Rhaenyra was genuinely sad for him and upset for him. And it also seems like she's starting to realize just how difficult her life is going to be with all the politics and secrecy. Viserys, I feel like he might die in the next episode. His days are totally numbered. And I don't think he's gonna stand up after that. collapse. Poor thing. Like, Viserys is that type of person who's afraid of conflict, but also fears living a boring life. And to be honest, like his struggle is so relatable. He is a very normal man who's put in a position where he has to be a totally different person, but just can't bring himself to fit in that mold, even if he tries. And it just shows how being a decent and nice family man is sometimes wholly incompatible with properly running a dynastic kingdom, which is quite sad, really. Anyway, yeah, it was such a good episode. My favorite thus far. Thank you guys for watching. I'll show my reaction and see you in the next video.